Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to 2026 this morning, a World Cup 2026 channel. We're taking you through all the things that get us to World Cup 2026 and through the cup itself, and who knows, maybe the aftermath. But we're still in the midst of World Cup qualifying. It is dwindling down, but still lots and lots to decide. One of the big things still out there and will happen and conclude this week is African World Cup qualifying, or at least the majority of it, the first round, where 9 teams will qualify. So most people are looking at this round, not thinking about the next round. Most people are looking at the groups that are still up in the air. We've got Cape Verde or Cameroon. One of them will qualify. We've got Benin, South Africa, Nigeria. One of them will qualify. All three have the possibility. And then we also have Senegal and Democratic Republic of Congo. But for us, what's more interesting is second place. And not so much who is in second place or who gets second place, but the way Africa works is the 4 best second place teams out of the 9 qualify for the next round of African World Cup qualifying, with of those 4, the winner of that mini tournament going to the Intercontinental Playoff. So, of these 4 teams, they still have to win 2 matches and then 1 or 2 more in the Intercontinental Playoff. Likely, I think the African team will be favored in at least one of the spots, but that is, yet to see who it is and who the other teams are. But of the second place teams, who's going to be in the top 4? That's what we're looking at today. Who's going to make the top 4? And from the teams on the outside looking in, what do they need this week to make it happen? We've got games today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. Different groups, different days in Africa. I never liked the only getting a certain number of teams, like second place teams or third place teams, but that's what's happening here. So 4 of the 9 will move on to the next round. And Africa being Africa, FIFA being FIFA, we just got some new information a few days ago, which they claim they decided back in March. But that is because of the group imbalance. The 9 groups were balanced, and then Eritrea dropped out. So one of the groups only has 5 teams. So what they decided is that the games against the 6th place teams in each group do not count towards the total for the second place table. Got that? Let's take a look. So here's where we're at now. This is the second place table. Of course, these teams could change based on potentially a team below them moving up, or in the case of Group B and Group D, the second place team here moving up into first if the first place team falters. Although that could also happen in Group F. Thankfully, the last place team is set for most groups, except for Group D, Cameroon, Group B, Democratic Republic of Congo, and in Group B, it would have to be like a shift of 9 goal differentials, one team winning, one team losing. So we're just going to say that that's not going to happen. But it could be a factor in Group D. If Cape Verde lose to Swaziland, then Swaziland will move up to second to last place, and potentially Mauritius will be last place, and then that will turn things on. But again, we don't need to worry too much about that, because if that happens, Cameroon then will likely be first place, and it'll be Cape Verde then who we have to look at their points against the last place team. Complicated, right? We'll get into it. Also bring in the weird scenario of Nigeria and their group. So this is what we're looking at after 7 games. Everyone's played 7 games, 1 more game to play for each team. So Group F, Gabon or Ivory Coast, doesn't matter. Whoever's second place there will be a top 4 for sure. So we don't need to look at that group at all. Cameroon then in second place team with 14 points. Again, not including the game against the 6th place team in their group. We've got DR Congo in 3rd with 13 points. Madagascar in 4th with 13 points. Burkina Faso 5th with 12. Uganda 6th with 12. Nigeria 7th with 12. South Africa 8th with 11. Namibia 9th. 9th with 9 points. So Namibia out of it. Group F, Gabon or Ivory Coast in it. And just in case you're wondering, what did this look like last week when FIFA did not announce that those last place games, the points against the last place team in each group would not count. So over on the right here, we have the old table, and you'll notice the big change is Cameroon in the current table second, and the old one, they were fifth. So technically fifth by goal differential on the outside looking in. And that is because Cameroon tied Swaziland back in March, who's currently in last place. Again, if somehow they move into second to last, that won't change things because then Cameroon will actually be in first place, most likely. Another possible change due to moving out the final team is in Group C. If Nigeria end up second place, they tied the last place team twice. So most teams dropping 6 points, they're actually only going to drop 2. So they would likely move into that top 4, but we'll look a little more closely at that later. But let's look at the most likely scenarios. So the first and easiest scenario is everybody wins. So all the teams that are in the top and the bottom and the middle, so all the teams win. This also means Benin beats Nigeria, so Benin stays ahead of South Africa. Nigeria don't move into second place. But if that happens, all these teams win. They don't play each other, so that can happen. It would just be then Gabon, Cameroon, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Madagascar moving forward. But this is World Cup qualifying. This is Africa. Not every one of these teams with more points will win. So the next likely scenario, if we just look at the odds, so who's most likely to win according to the gambling websites, this is what we're looking at. So in that case, Nigeria lose, Madagascar lose, Namibia lose, Uganda lose, Nigeria beats Benin. So Nigeria plays at Zambia, Uganda plays at Algeria. Algeria already qualified, but still a strong team. You don't get that many games, so they probably will still play a pretty strong group. Madagascar plays at Mali. Mali is out of it, so again, a tough game, but they don't really have much to play for. In the other games, South Africa hosts Rwanda, Burkina Faso hosts Ethiopia, DRC hosts Sudan, Cameroon hosts Angola. So looking at, these are the odds. This is what it will look like. Gabon, top second place team, but still in second. Cameroon, second place team, still in second. This would be Cape Verde winning against Swaziland, Ivory Coast winning their last game. Democratic Republic of Congo would be third on 16. And then I highlighted here, this brings Nigeria into the fold. So they would be tied on points with Burkina Faso. And you'll see below, all these teams lose according to this scenario where the favorites by gambling win. And that would also put South Africa from second place into first place, automatically qualifying. Right now, Burkina Faso is +4 on goal differential, Nigeria +3. So assuming they both win, they each go up by at least 1. And that will be a fun scenario just to see who can score more goals, who can not give up goals, and just who will go through on goal differential. But you see here, if Madagascar wins, that is moot. If Uganda could potentially win and they have a pretty strong goal differential, and they would also be on 15. So that would be another fun scenario. Multiple teams tied on 15. And then just kind of some weird things happened. So this would be looking at if Cape Verde and Senegal lost. So then Democratic Republic of Congo would qualify in first, Cameroon would qualify in first, and that would shift things greatly in this second place table. So this is just another option. Gabon first, Cape Verde second, Senegal third, Burkina Faso fourth, assuming as before, then Madagascar lose their match against Mali. So lots of things still up in the air, but for each team, let's look at them individually. how can they qualify? So as I said before, Gabon, Ivory Coast, whoever finishes second will be in that second place playoff. Then we look at Cameroon and Democratic Republic of Congo. If they win and they don't end up overtaking their respective teams for first and auto qualifying, they'll be in the playoff. So win and in for Congo DR and Cameroon. DR Congo, Congo DR. You got it. Next would be who's in fourth place now? Madagascar. They can't get into first place, so that for them it's win and in the second place playoff. Then we get a little dicey, teams with things not in their own hands. So we've got Burkina Faso would need a win and either Democratic Republic of Congo or Madagascar not winning. And then that pulls in Nigeria, like I showed before. They could potentially both be on 15, so they would need to better Nigeria. Or we could see the other option would be Burkina Faso win and Democratic Republic of Congo and Madagascar not win. So that would mean they're in automatically into this, again, second place playoff. Next we have Uganda. So again, we're getting less likely, more and more less likely to be in this second place playoff. So they would win and need at least any two of the following. So Cameroon loss, Democratic Republic of Congo not to win, Madagascar not to win, or one of the above, so not two, one of the above, and then ending up with a better goal differential than Burkina Faso and Nigeria, again, if they all end up on 15 points. So that's what they need. They need two things. Burkina Faso needs one. And again, this is always assuming that these teams win, which, as I already said before, the odds don't necessarily favor. Niger, again, more difficult odds. They'd win and then need any three of the following. So Cameroon loss, Democratic Republic of Congo failing to win, Madagascar failing to win, Burkina Faso failing to win, or moving up ahead of them on goal differential if they're tied on points. Uganda failing to win, or again, being better than them on goal differential. And then plus, if Nigeria ends up in second place, getting better goal differential for them. So any three of those things they need to move into fourth place. South Africa. So for them, it's actually easier to get first. That would mean they win and Benin do not beat Nigeria. But if Benin do beat Nigeria, then they need to win and have any four of the following happen. Tougher for them because they are only on 11 points, where the other teams before are on 12. So they would need Burkina Faso to fail to win, Uganda to fail to win, Nigeria would fail to win, Democratic Republic of Congo to lose, or for them to draw and then move up on goal differential, and Madagascar to lose or draw and, if they're tied, be better on goal differential. So four of those things. South Africa not likely to get second place, but still a very good chance to get first. And Namibia, so you're saying there's a chance? Nah, I don't think so. They're technically showing as still having a possibility, but I don't see how that would happen. It would have to be something about the teams that are now in first place moving into second and not having as many points as the teams that are on that table now. But again, I still don't see that. So what do you think? Who's going to make it into these top four second place teams? You know, if I put money on it, which sometimes I do, I would think that Madagascar do not win and move out. Obviously, Gabon, Ivory Coast, good. I think Democratic Republic of Congo will win. I think Cameroon will win. So that's given us three right there. And then for that last one, I do think it will come down to Burkina Faso or Nigeria. Looking at goal differential, I would think Nigeria will have a tougher time against Benin. I don't see them winning by, 3-4 goals. Burkina Faso against Ethiopia, not easy. So that, again, doesn't seem like a huge goal fest either. So that does give hope for teams like Uganda and Niger if they can win and get some goals, potentially. But let's call it here Gabon, Democratic Republic of Congo, Cameroon, and Burkina Faso into the second place CAF playoff. Enjoy, check it out. Just another fun thing to look at while we're watching these World Cup qualifiers to see who will qualify for World Cup 2026 in USA, Canada, Mexico. Let's do it. Peace.